Leo Terrell is a former public school teacher. He's also a civil rights attorney and Fox News contributor, and he joins me now. Leo, always good to see you. Thank you for being here today. So the Department of Education now says that the link was put into this document, which, as Aisha said, is an important document because it's going to be helping all of these schools reopen, and it's telling them what materials they should rely on. They say the link to this group was in error. Do you believe that?
No, it doesn't pass the smell test. The only reason why they're claiming that right now is because of the Fox News reporting. Let's be very clear. That type of mistake doesn't get in there. They're backtracking. I don't believe it, Martha, at all.
Yeah. You know, when you take a look at what's in here, and they do encourage, as part of this in a general sense in this Department of Education document, race and social emotional learning. And these are the sorts of materials, in a broad sense, that absolutely fall into that category. And they talk about, and this woman, Bettina Love, who is in this now deleted link, talks about spirit murdering that is done by schools for Black and brown students. What would be your definition of that, and what do you think about that?
Let me just tell you right now, this is another way of defining critical race theory. And I'm telling every parent who's watching this program, you got to look at the lesson plans, you got to look at the stated objectives, and you got to look at the curriculum. Because I'm telling you, this is a backdoor way of the Biden administration of trying to get critical race theory, some type of propaganda, indoctrination into the public school system. And that's my teaching hat. As a civil rights attorney, this attack against white children and white teachers have to be met with a lawsuit. This is a violation of the equal protection. To assume that white people are racist, white children are racist in public schools, parents around the country got to file lawsuits on this. We got to stop this attack on white people in public school. That's nothing more, nothing less than an attack that's supporting critical race theory, Martha. I'm speaking as a civil rights attorney. But I would take that lawsuit immediately to court anytime this type of lesson plan is in a public school.
I think you're going to see that kind of case land in court because this is blowing up in a big way. Here's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the representative from New York. She says this is not happening and that it's all just sort of trumped up. Watch this.
Critical race theory is not taught in elementary school. It is barely taught in law schools. Why don't Republicans want their kids to know the tradition of anti-racism in the United States? Why don't Republicans want kids to know how to not be racist?
Is that what's happening here, Leo?
Absolutely not. And AOC got to stop trying to be an expert in these areas. She knows nothing about education. She's not a civil rights attorney. She talks about foreign policy. She talks about Cuba, Havana. She loves to be on camera, but she has no qualifications to talk about this subject. Put her on this TV set program. I'll debate her on civil rights, education. She has no experience. What are her qualifications other than being a congresswoman? Zero. So it's very disheartening because she has a large group, Martha, out there that listen to her, and she's sending out misinformation. That is misinformation.
You know, before I go, I just want to mention one thing, because you're probably aware of this from your teaching years. Back in the Obama administration, there was a push to end detention and suspensions in schools. And I think this would fall under probably what this Dr. Love would say was like spirit murdering of kids, you know, not letting them act the way they wanted to act in school. And it didn't lead to good things. And now it has extended into, I think, a lot of what we're seeing here in terms of we need to destroy this school and rebuild it.
Oh, absolutely. And because the current public school system, if you believe them, is totally racist against brown and black people.
All right. And many would say that system is broken. We're getting a big, close look at it lately. Thank you very much, Leo. Always good to have you with us, sir.
Thank you, Martha.
Thank you.
My pleasure.